Yo, welcome back to the Growth Unscripted podcast. Today I'm here with somebody who is a specialist. And not only does he does filmmaking, not only has he done videography, photography, he has done AI. And that's going to be part of the biggest topic for today is AI. I don't know about y'all, but I love AI. And right now I want to introduce y'all the one, the only, Sony Pierre. How you doing today, bro?
What's up, my guy?
Oh, I'm feeling great. How about you?
Man, I'm blessed. I can't complain. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, most definitely. I'm glad for you to be on, bro.
Yeah, man.
So, for those who don't know you, though, right?
Yeah.
You actually get a little bit about yourself. And also as well, like, do you stay, like, also as well, like, do you reside in Richmond or, like, where do you stay at and stuff like that?
Yeah, great question. So, I'm located in the 757. For those who's not familiar, that's the Chesapeake, Hampton, Virginia Beach area. So that's where I stay. So my background, how far you want me to go with this?
Oh, bro, we're going deep. We're going deep.
Well, so one, culture-wise, I'm Haitian. Always got to represent my island.
Shout out to Haitians.
Grew up in New Jersey. In New Jersey, I think that's where my tech and creative aspect started. Was working in Best Buy. Went through that whole part-time, full-time supervisor. Hit a cap when it came to income. So I went to work for Sprint, commission, all the things. They merged, became a T-Mobile, became a manager, transitioned into business sales, did great. Then someone gifted me a camera, and I did my first wedding for photography.
Okay.
And I told Sprint, deuces. When I found out how much money you could make doing a wedding, and that's when my curiosity started with what I can do with a camera. So I'm self-taught. Everything that you know about me, self-taught, no school degree, nothing, right? Either I looked it up or I failed and tried again.
Okay.
Those were the two options that took me to figuring out how to do what I do. Right, so did photography for weddings, videography for events, did both of them, maybe a wedding, a corporate event, a birthday party, whatever. The camera has taken me all across the country. It could be local from 757 to Richmond, or from 757 to DC, or from 757 to the Dominican Republic, right? All because I knew how to use a camera.
Wow. So question then. Let's back it up a little bit.
Yep.
So you worked at Best Buy.
Yup.
I used to work at Best Buy.
You see, I knew there was a reason why I liked it.
Yeah, they kind of hounded us how to, like, we got to learn about the product knowledge. Mm-hmm. And then the only thing I hated more than anything, had to keep asking about them goddamn Best Buy cards.
Bruh.
I hated that so much. Like,
that and insurance.
Oh my God. Like, you sure you don't want to get no protection plan on this today? And then, like, even though you could be running through the script or whatever they give you, you got your manager looking at you, dead in your eyes, like, you better sell it. Like,
and they heard what you were saying.
You literally heard me say this to this person
10 times.
And the person now getting irritated. Now what?
Yeah.
Now you got a pissed off customer. Then they got you then the manager looking at you like, you should have did this. What difference would it make? Sometimes you gotta know how to read body language.
Is that even the worst part? They get denied. What you want me to do? It said denied. You mad at me? It said denied. They got to carry on. Bro.
What store did you work at?
So this was in Jersey.
Oh, you worked in Jersey once?
Yeah, so this was in Princeton.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Cause I was once around here. But yeah, that I would definitely say if anything Best Buy did, I did enjoy Best Buy literally just for the point because of all the technology.
Same here.
That's the biggest thing.
And the discount.
The discount, though.
The
discount.
They had $800 HDMI cable. You get it for $60.
Buddy. That was it. The Eagle Sky.
Yeah.
It was the Eagle Sky one, and there was another like red cinnamon.
Yep.
That was like about $800-900.
You got it for $60. I would first. Now that I'm a little bit older, that markup is crazy.
Facts. That markup, like I'm like, people are making bank off of this, and I bet you even when they created it, probably cost it probably like about $10-15.
That's it.
They making crazy money on that.
Crazy.
Okay, so pretty much I know you have a studio called Pierre Studio.
Yes.
Correct?
And it's not a physical studio.
Right.
It's just the concept is all studio.
Because the media is
Correct.
media concept. Gotcha.
Yep.
So before the AI pivot, right, and before any of it, who were you and what was the vision of Sony Pierre that existed before the camera came out?
What? That's good. I was this person that was just trying to figure out what my lane was, right? Because you got to remember, one, because I did a little bit of life in Haiti, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of shapes you in a different way, right? It doesn't matter how old you are, young or old. I was pretty young, probably first, second grade. So now I'm doing life and I've seen a whole crazy part of the world. And now when you see that and when you come back into the U.S., your mentality makes you feel like you're always in survival mode when you're not. So everything I did, from the school grades to getting a job, everything I did was as if I was in survival mode and I was on my own. Never asked my parents once, help me get a car. Never asked my parents once, help me go to college. I figured it out like I was in survival mode. And I think that's kind of like how I operate now.
Mm-hmm.
I figure things out as if I was in survival mode because that's how my brain was wired at an early age.
Was it okay? So was there any like specific reason why you didn't want to ask your parents, or just like, no, I just want to figure this out myself?
I think the main reason why is I was just accustomed to figuring out myself, or I also wanted to stay away from the word no.
Okay.
So I automatically was like, you know what, let me just do this on my own. Let me get the word no on my own. Let whatever letter they send me when I apply for something, let that say no. Okay. Because I think that no is easier than hearing no from someone you love.
All right. So, all right, you was in Haiti, and then you got to America when?
So, I was born here.
Okay.
But I think whatever age you. So I'm born 91. So probably like 96, 97.
Okay. And how was the environment change when I guess you said you came here?
Oh, it was wild because I lost my English. So I legit had to start from ground zero.
Really?
Yes, sir. So when I tell people English is my third language, and they're like, how, you were born here? There's a story behind that.
I mean, if you think about it, if you left at an early age, and then you stay over here at another country for a good period of time,
yeah,
it makes sense. 'Cause I mean, you were still young. I mean, It's not like you're going to retain it, long term like that.
Yep.
So it makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay, so because you was in Haiti, but you moved to Jersey. Did you ever go to Jersey?
Yeah, came back home to Jersey.
Yeah. So, and then with your Haitian roots, you pretty much ended up in Hampton Roads area?
The way we got to Hampton Roads, so this was, let's get back to working at T-Mobile.
Okay.
Well, before it was Sprint and T-Mobile, right?
Right. Before the whole merge thing, yeah.
So because of the merger, my business position, I had two options because they closed it in Jersey. I either can pick up my family and go to California or go to Virginia or quit. And we just had our first child. So we're not going to go on the other side of the country because we got family. That's like a headache to travel to the west versus Virginia to New Jersey. That's like a 6-hour drive. So that's what brought me and my wife down to Virginia due to work.
All right. Okay. And you still, and so then you left Best Buy at that time. You went to Virginia.
No, this is T-Mobile.
It was T-Mobile still.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were out there for a good minute.
Yep.
For the most part.
Yep.
All right. And so, what is the wound or the weight that you were carrying before getting into AI, and what actually helped you, like, make it through when you were doing AI?
Specifically with AI, was time. So we're here at a podcast, right?
Right.
And at one point, I was producing like 10 podcasts at one point, in one sitting of a season. So the recording part is one. What people don't know is the editing part, right? We were kind of chopping it up about that before this started. So like having to manually cut from camera to camera, right? And then having to manually create your clips, right? So it was like a good 6 or 8 months. That's what life was. And then on top of the podcast production, I was still doing weddings and corporate events and all of that.
So you were still hella busy.
Yeah. So then Opus Clip came out. That was the first AI tool that I touched. And when Opus Clip came out and I looked into it, and it said all I need to do was to extract my YouTube video and put the link here, and 20 minutes later, it was going to spit out 20 to 30 clips that was SEO generated. But bro, that right there just probably took 30 hours of a week. And that software gave it back to me. 30 hours.
I feel you on that. I remember before Opus Clip came out, people used to go on like Fiverr, Upwork, and stuff like that to find people to clip up the stuff and everything. I'll be honest, I tried, but
I was too cheap for that. you times that by like whatever you pay them by eight clients by 4 episodes a month. Nah.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't have been worth it at that point.
Nope. So that was the first AI tool that I touched, and then the rest was history. Yeah.
Okay. And so let's jump back a little bit. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you were a corporate photographer.
Yep.
And before the weddings, what did shooting for corporations teach you about how people present themselves to the world versus who they actually are?
Yeah, when you're taking a picture of somebody from a business lens, mm-hmm. that picture needs to, without words, say authority in that field. Right?
Okay.
For example, we have my business mentor in here, and I've taken a photo of her in events. And she is a leadership and growth coach. So my eyes is looking for a position that shows her title. There's another organization I work for, Legacy Flight Academy. They teach the minority youth about aviation. my eyes is looking for the CEO to have a stance of a pilot. So that's what, like, when it comes to corporate photography or even better videography, you need to capture a clip, multiple clips that matches their field. Sometimes people just snap pictures and they send it to a client and the client's like, nah, that ain't it. And then they send it to me to look at it. I'm like, nah, that ain't it. I can't tell what they do from the image.
I could understand that. When I first started, shout out to my boy Pooch. So he taught me a lot more about videography more than anything, right? So when I was getting into more about videography, I was understanding that he was telling me, like, when you go into events, your videos, when you shoot, got to make sure it tells a story.
Exactly.
So if it's not telling a story, because you got to think about, just like, you watch movies, watch TV shows, stuff like that, right? That everything has a theme that you got to follow and stick to in order for it to make sense when you get to the next scene.
That part.
And it goes the same way for photography. Because even shout out to my boy Dwayne. He told me more about photography and pretty much the same concept. It got to tell a story, and got to make sure not only, of course, the quality is good, but you get the right lighting, angles, everything. So that's a lot more into it that a lot of people don't think. They just think it is just like a point and shoot. Like, okay, I'm here, let me just take a couple pictures or whatever, and that's it.
Not at all. Even from the basic headshots, are you positioning that person in that field to look like a CEO, a worker, a caseworker, a teacher, like, or are you just having them come in the picture like a slug, right? It's all about knowing how to position people. They didn't hire you as a camera operator. They hired you because you have a vision.
I believe that 100%. I believe that. So I believe what I think it was called the not reviews.
Yeah,
the not reviews. So there was people in there that described you as God sent. And because they said you love capturing like the love stories.
Yeah.
So what were you actually feeling in those moments and behind the camera as at somebody else's most important day? Like, what was going through your mind and everything during that time?
So one thing about me with any client is I become as personable as possible with them. I want to get to know them. I want them to get to know me, because when it comes to game day, since I got to know them, I know what I'm looking for when I'm shooting, right? Because I got to know their love story, I know what I'm looking for, right? I know how the gentleman touches his wife's arm. Snap that. Because that's a moment for them. That's a thing, right? So when you capture that, he took a picture of our thing, of our, like, the thing that you do. Because trust me, it might be a simple gesture, but that wife loves the way her man just touches her arm, right? So it's getting to know not the people for yourself, but getting to know how they respond to each other, right?
Right.
Because then you know what to look for, right? And because of that, a lot of people have texted me, blah, blah, blah. They were like, Sony, you know us more than some of our family. And once again, that's what people pay you for. Paying attention to those details.
Question then. So somebody wanted to get into, so let's just say real quick, somebody wanted to get into, want to do photography or anything of the sort, dealing with media, right? What would be like a couple of gems you would drop to let them know, like, hey, this is how you can get into it. This is what you need to look out for when you do.
So people ask me that. The first thing I ask them is, do you like people? There's people that don't like people. If you don't,
Plenty.
if you don't like people, if you can't stand people, it ain't for you. Because you're going to fail miserably. Why? Because you're not going to have the mindset to get to know them. Right? Sure. So that's one. And if you do like people, start practicing your skill with being personable with people. Forget about the camera. Honestly, I've sent people 2 YouTube videos that I looked at for over a week that has now made me 6+ figures a year. Right? The mechanics is easy. I can teach one of my kids the mechanics of photography. The thing that you really have to hone in is craft is how are you with people. Right? So that's my biggest thing. If you're good with people, cool. Now work on it. Because I guarantee you, someone that comes to a client with a red camera, and for those who don't know what a red camera is, probably start base without a lens starts at $15,000. Someone that comes to a client with a red camera, this is what Netflix use, blah, blah, blah. I'll smoke them because I'm me and I know how to understand people.
So it's safe to say that it's not all about what you buy that makes who you are. It's who you are that's what makes the moment happen.
That's it.
I can respect that. I agree though, because I know a lot of people who are that don't like people. They don't like people, and some of them have a low social battery. So it's like when I see some of them in the fields that dealing with people, they can never really have, like you said, they don't really have like the passion to like stick to it. And if they do stick to it, it's not long term.
Exactly.
Because they're gonna burn out very fast.
And this is also, and a lot of time people say I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert too. When I'm done with my day, trust and believe. I go home. I turn my phone on D&D. The people that I know, if it's an emergency, they can bypass that. I listen to some praise and worship. I take my bath. My business mentor has hit me up while I'm taking a bath. I'm like, hey, I'm in my me time. Can I hit you up later? She's like, when you're done dealing with people, and if that's not your thing, cool. Know how to unwind and put yourself in the place that you want to be. Right?
Right.
Right? It's not saying you gotta, even though you're an introvert, you need to force yourself in. No, all I'm saying is know how to be with people when it matters, and then when you're in your own space, then do that. Because there's some people, when they're done doing something, they need to go right back into a party, a restaurant, a bar. Nah, right. Not I. Not I.
Yeah. I'm a social person. Don't get me wrong. I'm very social. But I do have my days, though, where, like, okay, I need to be confined to my own space for a little while, regroup, because don't get me wrong, like, I could talk to any and anybody, but I got to have a limit. And when I know I'm about to get to that limit, I got to just go ahead and just step away. Yeah. So I have to. So we're going now get into the nice parts now.
Talk to me.
So walk me through the specific moment, not the pitch version, but the real version, when you realized you had to pivot to AI.
I knew that I had to pivot to AI. For me, personal belief, my family was growing. So when you start to have a growing family, that means that the time that you had in one place needs to go lower, because you need to give more time to your family, right? So as that's occurring, the Opus came out, the ChatGPT came out. I'm trying to figure out how these tools can, and like, not make things quicker, but take things off my plate that would take me a long time. I'm all about, if it keeps my quality the same or higher, I'm using it. Right?
Right.
So, yeah, that's what it is. I know a lot of people are like, the bells and whistles. That's not what it is for me. I wanted to find a solution, right? And I'm not in a position, let me hire this person now. AI's out here, and I'm like, let me see what's out here in the world. So I started to, just like I looked up stuff for cameras and stuff, did the same thing with AI.
Okay. And so how did it, so like what are like some of your top three? What give me like your top three best AI tools you love using?
Top three. ChatGPT, Claude,
okay,
Nims.
Nims?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about.
I don't even know about Nims. What's Nims?
You gotta come to one of my our pop-up coaching, but I'll give you a tip. So Nims is pretty much the software I use to turn photos into videos, to make flyers, to pretty much anything your brain can think of that's creative. I use Nims, but you got to know how to use it. You got to know where to go create a prompt to enter it into Nims. Right? So those three are what I use on a daily basis. Right? Because I still have clients I work with. This person needs a flyer. This person needs an Excel sheet created with different drop downs and stuff like that. This person wasn't able to get a clip for a reel that she needed to advertise for her Instagram. So therefore, all she got was a picture. So that picture got turned into video. So prompts are very key to be able to create the right things that you want. Because I know, I'll give you a quick story.
Got you.
The last event that I spoke at, a young lady in the crowd, she said, every time I try to use an AI tool to replicate me in a video, it doesn't look like me. And confidently I said, you're probably not doing it the right way. Are you cool if I come down and take a picture of you? Right there and then, I don't even know her. Took a picture of her, uploaded it to my laptop. They saw it real time on the screen. I told Chat, write me a prompt with this young lady standing up, giving a standing ovation. Plugged that into Nims, gave it like 5-10 minutes. It did just that. It looked exactly like her. Everybody just gasped. So if you know how to use AI and what tools to work with each other, it's game over.
I would say that, so I mess around a lot with AI. I've actually done, I'm not even sure if you've seen it before or not, but like around Juneteenth of last year, right? I actually made a AI video of Juneteenth that I posted on that day, and it went viral on TikTok. It was I did one where a modern black man goes back in time and have a podcast with the men during the slave times on the cotton field.
Wow.
And that video got like 37,000.
Wow.
Around like 37 or 40 some thousand views on it. And then I made another one of like a black man a black man like in a funeral. So it was like there was a whole funeral, cloudy day. I generated him in a casket. I had a little girl walk up and everything. This is when I was using Google VEO3. The only thing is it wouldn't let me say, "Don't leave me, Dad, please." So I had to like make a adult version, and then I had to like, cut out the video part, use the audio, turn the screen black, and I did like some effects and stuff so that way it meshes perfectly. And then it went to an all black scene where the light comes down and the black man is there wearing white pants, talking about his pains and stuff and everything when he was alive.
Wow.
And that was really like, it just sent me over the edge. Like it was really powerful.
Yep.
But at the same time, I was like, wow, I was able to create something like this, right? Wow, no cameras, no lighting, not a crazy budget,
Nothing.
and I just made that, right? And it was like one of the most important, it was like one of the most like craziest things in my life that I created. But I loved it though, right? And it sparked a new passion for me to where like I want to do more storytelling in multiple different ways.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that, because people ask me this often, right?
Got you.
Do you think that actors should be worried?
Actors should be worried?
Yeah.
Oh, the way things are going now, I would say, yeah, they should be worried.
Yeah, I said the same thing, but I think that they should be worried that what they were used to doing may be going away, but I think that what's going to happen is people are going to have to, I hope this makes sense, people are going to have to sell their clone as an asset for a company to be able to use that person.
So you mean like a trademark themselves in a sense, and then that way they get royalties or whatever the case may be, whoever wants to use it.
Boom.
I got you. I agree. 'Cause, I mean, when C Dance 2.0 came out, before it got released here, there was a whole thing with it because, people were able to use actors and use like people from Marvel and all that stuff. And so when it got over here and got released, I mean, it's still court discussions or whatever going on right now. Currently, I think about it.
It is phenomenal. I just made my new company like video to like reintroduce Pierre Studio Time AI, and I use it's called HeyGen, and because that's how you can make your own avatar and all of that.
Yep.
And I had C Dance. Those two, game over. C Dance is wild, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have clients now like Lori. So let me give you perspective on how powerful this is. I'm gonna change the gears real quick
no problem.
to the real estate
No problem.
sector. So I have a client through a friend. Her mom's a realtor, very big realtor in North Carolina in the coastal beach area. I would go down there every month from like a Friday to a Sunday, do all their listings, their videos, all of that, come back home, edit everything. So this was like from November maybe to January. From January to now, haven't been to North Carolina, but their content has still been rolled out. She'll get a local photographer, do the photography video. I get the list, do the photo. She'll get a photographer, do the listing pictures.
Okay.
She'll send me the album. I go crazy with the videos. How? I turn the photos into videos. I know, use a prompt. Hey, make it cinematic. Make it 60 FPS. FPS pretty much allows me to control if I slow it down. Will it look natural or not?
Got you.
But to say that she still had a listing video whenever she had a new house that went out, right? and I didn't have to go to North Carolina, and drive 6 hours, both going and coming.
Wow. So pretty much then she sent you the photos of the house.
Yup.
And then you turned the house videos into cinema to where I guess she also sent you photos of inside and you created like a whole
thing.
Oh, bro.
A whole thing.
That saves so much time and gas money.
And actually doing the start to finish, 30 minutes. Versus editing a video to make a listing reel,
right?
Maybe 2 hours. Right? So I know some people are like, oh, it's taken away from my creativity, but I'm just like, what are you working for?
I mean, if you really think about it, it's not really taken away from creativity because creativity still requires information to be downloaded from your brain into outputting it to something.
That part.
So
it's also, I think it's not creativity. I think it's a pride thing. For anybody combating AI, I think it's a pride thing. I think that you're probably hearing this, oh, it's taking away my job. Your job was going anyway. Look at the transition of time. Think about the people that lost their jobs and why. Because there were a new way of doing things.
And it's called innovation.
Look at Walmart. Every Walmart near my house has 20 self-paid machines. And probably 2 old school cash register joints.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just tell people, I mean, I kind of get you, but it's just like, if things around you is innovating and you're complaining about it, that means you're not innovating.
You're right though, cause think about it, right? People, at the end of the day, you gonna have your 1%ers. And then you're going to have the rest you got your 1%ers, you're going to have your 5%ers, and then you're going to end up having the rest of the majority, right? Mm-hmm. The rest of the majority are what we say sheep. They get up, they go to work, do what they got to do, come home, rest, repeat. And that's what they are. That's what most of their lives are. That's it. So now though, right? Because AI is constantly upgrading every day.
Constantly.
So it's like, when you think about it, now their regular lives now it's going to be affected because of this. So to them, because of their mental and what they always been doing on a constant hamster wheel, they was like, oh, well, I've been working on this hamster wheel for so long. But now all of a sudden, y'all got like this automated thing that can run the hamster wheel itself now. I don't have to be here. Yep. What else am I supposed to do? So it's like, it's forcing people now to where either they're going to do one or two things. Either they're going to sink or they're going to shut up. And they're going to go ahead and knuckle down and do what the hell they got to do so they can start getting with the times. Because now it's getting to the point, in my personal opinion, that everybody's going to have to learn how to make extra side income and make extra side income that's not from a regular 9 to 5.
Absolutely.
That's what it's getting to. Either you're going to or you're just going to end up just being sunken in down to the point to where you end up becoming homeless. You're going to end up bickering and bullshitting all the time, complaining about stuff, when instead you could just be simply doing research, figuring out what you can do, what skills you're good at. So then that way you can prep yourself up so that way you can start getting with everything else and start getting ahead of things instead of staying behind all the time.
Man, you kept it real. Like,
I mean,
when you said homeless, I was like, yeah, he's going for the juggler. And that's what people have to hear. Like, it's like even like when I'm doing my AI sessions, I'm like, all right, I just tell people, sit and think, like, if you really sat down and asked yourself, here's what I like to do. Is there a space for AI? And I ask people that. And they sit and think. And I let them think. And then most people don't have an answer. And I tell them, you see, you just failed because you didn't want to use AI. I would have just typed that into ChatGPT. and said, here's my skill set. Here's what I like to do. Where should I be focusing in as a new career path? Like it's just like I already knew people's answers. I knew what they were going to do. They were going to sit there and think. I just tell people, listen, either you use it or not, at the end of the day, it's not stopping.
No, it's not. Even though as bad as I wanted to at least put a pause on certain things, just because, not just from the innovation side, but more so just because of the environmental side of what's causing to the environment.
Tell me some of them.
So they have a data center that's out where? I think it's in Alaska. I'm not sure if it's in Alaska. It's somewhere. It's in a big open space area. Which also, side note for people who don't know, part of the reason why the war is going on is because Trump is also trying to get some spaces over there too. That's in Iran and stuff like that. So they use with other data centers. Just a side note. Anyways, back to the topic. So they showed a video, right, of a giant ass server, right, that's all utilizing AI, right, and so it's consuming. When it's under the water, it's constantly boiling because of how hot the servers are running and everything, right? And so it consumes, if I'm not mistaken, 1.5 million gallons a day, constantly a day. So from an environmental standpoint, it can cause issues for us. For this, at least just that one point alone.
Yeah.
There's others too as well, to where, because of course you have people who are good and bad. You got bad people who also are utilizing it to where they're working on getting drones that has AI systems built into it to do face recognitions in the sky, and also to detect as well if you are documented or not documented. And they're going to utilize it as well to also, like, if they see a crime going on, they're going to be able to use it to, if a drone sees a crime going on, it's going to pinpoint automatically to the police location and stuff to go after you, right? So yeah, actual crime, bad shit, I agree with. Cool, get that part. But if you are, like I said, undocumented, or let's just say, like, because AI does make mistakes, so what's not to say that drone might make a mistake on something, and it makes you they say that you are becoming, like, a criminal of some sort, so you're doing criminal activity and you're really not, right? And then it's just that there's so many different things that's going to be, that in terms of bad shit, that's going to, that I can see why people are scared. I can see that part, right? But at the same time, it's not about, at the same time, you got to find out what solution can we do as a collective, so that way we don't have to deal with it, or at least protect ourselves from it.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right. At the end of the day, I just feel like as all this AI stuff gets implemented into physical things that we see, right? We're talking about the drones. I'm hearing stuff about police cars and all the stuff, because you got to remember, there's Teslas driving itself now. That's all AI. So
Yep.
the biggest thing I just hope while this stuff is coming out is that a body of people that's just part of society can input on, like, hey, yes, let's create this, but make sure it has some humanity in it. Or, hey, let's create this, like the drone thing, but there should be somewhere behind a desk, and someone can actually approve, oh, that is a let's say a burglar, right? So there still needs to be checks and balances.
It do.
But unfortunately, people are not going to have checks and balances. So there are still some AI stuff I just stay away from, right? Like for example, let's go back to just the simple stuff that we use.
Okay.
There's a reason why I use prompts. Prompts has a checks and balances. Versus if you could just go into a system and say, hey, make me do a split. that AI gonna have you coming out crazy, right? So it's just like we do checks and balances with everything else.
Right.
We need to do it with AI.
So about what was the thing? Because there was also, I heard there was a thing with Claude that the developers are scared to release. Have you heard about it?
I don't. So here's one thing with me and AI. I don't submerge myself in like the everyday news about it.
Okay.
Right? The way I operate it is I actually operate it real time. Okay, here's the need. Does it exist?
All right.
Here's the need. Does it exist? Because there's a lot of people that's like, oh, let me show you this brand new shiny whistle about AI. I don't care about that. I care about the people. What do the people need? Does it exist? That simple.
Is there a tool or a system that you will want, if you haven't already known about yet, that you will want that you think will be beneficial for humanity?
I think it's both Chat and Claude. Because this is another thing. People think that AI is just for business owners.
Correct.
Heck no. Use my wife as an example. We have a busy house, right? My wife is using AI. We have a lot of kids, so time is very of the essence.
Okay.
Got to do groceries. She actually wrote it all down in her iPad. Lasagna, barbecue chicken this day, Taco Tuesday. Boom. Uploads it to ChatGPT and tells Chat, take my list of meals for the week and do groceries for me. There's different connectors on ChatGPT. Instacart's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
It took all the ingredients needed her to verify. She hit yes. It's been ordered and it's going to deliver in 45 minutes. We're talking, when I hear humanity, just everyday people, how could this make it better? You're going on a trip to Italy. Hey, I'm going on this trip to Italy. I need a hotel, air flight. Here's the amount of days I'm going. Here's who I'm going with. Here's my total budget. Please plan everything from start to finish. Blah, 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 blah. It just goes down a list. Your whole planning, Google searching, all of that, done. So to answer your question, if people are just like, there's everyday things that's just helping people bypass time. Because my goal is, my wife doing the whole grocery shopping takes at least an hour, maybe an hour and 30, start to finish, to hit every store that you want to go to. Sure. That hour and 30 became reading books with Valerie, tummy time with our son, X, Y, and Z. That's what I'm hearing when it comes to using AI.
So it really helps it really does help take back your time when you use it wisely and use it the right way instead of the wrong way.
That's it. Last point.
Yeah.
We needed, I'm about to start producing my mentor's podcast. And one of the things I was like, all right, we got to be organized. Let's make an Excel sheet for guest, date, the guest email, phone number, topic of the podcast. Will it be in studio or travel? All the things. I wrote that prompt, dropped that into Claude. Claude took about 6 minutes to think and everything. Generated me a full Google sheet, color coded, drop down boxes, all the thing. Something like that would have took me 4 hours to put together. When you gotta insert drop down boxes and color code different lines and all that stuff. Plus, it did it for all the months in different tabs.
I seen it. So like the other day, I actually used it too to make a new resume, and I didn't know it was gonna make like a full blown resume, color coded it and everything for me. I didn't even know. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And then even as well, so like my website it created my website for me. Only thing I had to do was it showed me how to do it. Like it made so like those photos I wanted inside the website and myself or whatever, right? So of course it gave me the prompts of what I did. I used those prompts, added it to ChatGPT for to generate the images because a GPT's new 2.0 that they got, which is fire by the way. I love it. And I had to move those photos over all into a folder. HTML folder or whatever to showcase the photos on the website itself. So like stuff like that, I was like, yo, I didn't know Claude could do this. No. It was crazy. I still need to learn some other stuff. I know they had a dispatch on there. I still don't know exactly what dispatch is yet.
Explain it to me.
So on dispatch on Claude, there's a section called dispatch on Claude, and it's supposed to do something where you can do wirelessly from your phone or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure exactly what it is yet. I gotta go and look at it. But
the biggest thing is, for Claude, I've just been working in that co-work space.
The co-works part? I know co-work has been like the most popular.
Yeah, that co-works part, spot on. Trying to think of at least one more AI tool that your people should know. Oh, did we talk about Haitian?
You spoke on it some.
Yeah.
Because I was going to bring up another tool too as well.
You first.
Higgsfield.
So Higgsfield and Nims, same thing.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, same exact thing. I just learned Nims first, so I was like, hey, Higgsfield's great. Creating whatever you need to create, making it real or not. Yeah,
cause I like some of the features out, especially for like if you want to make. That's another thing. Cause I want to use Higgsfield and I want to create another storytelling video, right? But now I love that you can literally create your own actors, customize any way you want, and you can they already give you the sound effects, everything already implemented in, which I thought was fire.
Yeah.
So like I want to really utilize it for that, but I've seen people make like short films, make like horror movie stuff, action stuff, and they're getting so good now. Like it's kind of hard to almost tell, from real from fake.
I'm glad you just said that. So, and I heard this the other day. I don't remember. I need people's eyes to catch up to what AI is. Meaning, like, I don't need somebody grandma to think that what they just saw is real. Right? So that I'm praying that people start to classify that, hey, this is AI. Like, for example, anytime I use my AI avatar, it starts with, hey, this is Sony Pierre's avatar.
I saw that. I saw one of your videos when I guess you generated you walking downtown Richmond.
Correct. And someone asked me, hey, why do you do that? Because don't nobody like write or type like for example, we're going outside today, but we need to have an umbrella. Don't nobody write like that.
No.
So when I see that, I'm like, you just lost my trust. So those are some of the etiquettes with AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
And unlike what the smart person would have done, which this is a nugget, especially for people that's using AI to write emails or documentations or anything. Take a whole bunch, copy and paste a whole bunch of your texts, past emails, whatever. Dump it into chat and say, hey, chat, this is exactly how I talk via text and email. Learn it, save it, and only speak that way. That's like, if you're going to use these AI tools to replicate how you talk, train it.
I agree. I think that's another thing. A lot of people don't train their AIs because even for me, when I was doing ChatGPT heavy from over to Claude, I'll be honest, I uploaded a whole bunch of documents on different stuff and everything. Right? I never done the uploading like the text and stuff like that. At least I never done that before.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you brought it up, I'm definitely going to implement that. But I did teach it though to talk a certain way though, so at least that way at least there's no dashes and stuff like that. Cause I did tell it like, hey, go back and look at all the prompt suggestions I gave you that I talk that's me just talking to it, so it can understand that language how I talk, and then train it that way. That's what I did for mine.
Spot on. I just go back to my original statement. Let's do the due diligence of, and if you're going to use it a certain way, especially if it's media wise, like a video, let people know that this is an AI version of myself. At least for now, until society's like fully accepting, like, all right, AI or not, I want to listen. But right now, you got to remember, there's still people on the fence with AI.
There is.
So then if you putting out something that's not AI, they don't want nothing to do with it. Scroll, bypass. So that's just my take on that.
How you feel, do you believe that people should make more, especially when they're using AI, do you believe more people should be using it for more purposeful content when they are creating content? And what I mean by that is something that's not AI slop. Like, I mean, yeah, can we have some funny stuff? Absolutely. But I feel like that a lot of people don't really utilize it for more of a purpose-driven type of result. Like, talking about certain subjects or use it for certain ways. The only one I've seen that was like somewhat comedy, but also did carry purpose with it, was the whole thing. They're still going on now with the whole thing. I don't know who originally created. They say Iran been making them, but like the music videos of what's going on in the United States and the war and everything, and they use like Legos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they're visualizing it to you, but they're also telling a story with it where they're telling truth, but it still have a message that carries with it.
Yeah, so I can't tell people what to do. But what I can say is, for me personal, like, if you were like, hey, cuz, hey, sis, these tools cost money? You don't waste your credits, which is money, to make something that doesn't make you back money? That's just how I operate.
That makes sense.
Right? But if you want to do this, that, and it's just for fun, and you got disposable income to just use it for, knock yourself out.
Do you?
Knock yourself out.
Do you?
But the folks that I'm talking to, like, even if it doesn't directly give you income, indirectly it does. Because when you're saving time, like, something that would have cost you 8 hours of your day creating, now just cost you 1 hour, your return on investment just skyrocketed.
So, quick pivot. Have you ever done storyboarding?
Yes.
How do you do storyboarding?
So, and I haven't done it for myself specifically.
Gotcha.
But I pretty much just ask it, okay, here's what the main event is, right?
Right.
Here's what I needed to get to. Here's all of the key components. Please create a full storyboard. That's it. I know you probably have you gone in more details than that.
So I'll do what you just did, right? And then what I would do is based on what it tells me. Because I do be honest. For me, I do ask. Now, I don't say I don't ask a lot of questions, but I just want to make sure it gets enough. It has enough details that makes me, at least it makes sense to me.
So when I've done it, it was just to show people how it could be done.
Got you.
Right. So, and when it popped up, the certain segments, I tell them like, hey, if you need to expand on this segment, tell it, hey, expand on this segment, why, what it looks like, and then hit enter. Right?
Gotcha.
But ideally, as a demo purposes, I let it flow, and then you can tweak the parts that you want to
change. Okay.
All right.
Because that's one thing I need. That's one thing I wanted to do in the next go around is do more on the storyboard side. Like I do like a break. Like even when I made the AI videos and stuff about the whole thing I told you about on TikTok, when I did it that time, it gave me a breakdown of what the scene should be and talk about, and had the scripts with the scenes. So all I had to do was upload the prompts for each one to Google VEO3 for it to generate.
Yeah.
But now since they got the newer tools and stuff out now, I do want to make sure things next time is more consistent. So I want to not only create the storyboards, but generate, I guess you say, each scene. So then that way all I got to do is implement the prompt in there, and then it does it.
That makes sense.
So I want to do it. I want to do it that way. These next time around when I do it. But I want to get into this question right here. So, what is a mental limitation you had before AI that you no longer have, and what new mental limitation has AI created that you did not expect?
So the first part, I think the mental limitation was, so like when I'm in Claude, and Claude is the co-working space, like before there's tasks, like tedious tasks, like making an Excel sheet, like making an instruction based off of like workflow from certain charts, right? Like taking help me out.
Taking a course?
No.
What you talking about? In terms of like feeding it to AI?
Taking in a job where it has instructions of how to do this job. Pretty much like taking the information of like how to do a certain job, all the passwords you need, blah 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 blah,
Gotcha.
and just turning it into a basic instruction guide, right? All of these things can be things that are mental overload, right?
Okay.
Things that especially things that make you think, like you can do it, but you got to think a lot about it, right?
Right.
Versus now, you come into this AI space and you just drop it in and say, "Hey, this is what I need." That my brain's freed up. I tell you this: AI, if you use AI properly and consistently, I guarantee you'll be more at peace on a daily basis. At the end of the month, I have a place to talk, a location, an event to talk about. There's different subjects, but one of them now is AI and how it helps with wholeness health. It's all about your mental health. What is it taken away from your brain that allows you to just free yourself, right?
Okay.
So then the second piece was what is AI? What mental blocks is it causing? Something like that. The second piece of the question.
Yeah. So it was and what new mental limitation has AI created that you did not expect?
The mental limitation that I think that it is creating that I did not expect. It's kind of like a wordplay. It's like the limitation is the fact that it's limitless. So then my brain gets like overload because I can go any direction with this.
So what you thought was like, oh, I got these options, now has open to like, well, shit, now I don't know really where to start or where to go.
Exactly.
Got you. Okay.
Right?
It's the same way for me too. It was the same. It was the same way.
Because look, when you do a video, make like an AI video, you got runway, you got seed dance, you got cling,
In video.
you got VO, you got there's so right. But now you got to determine yourself, or from trial and error, which one's better. But like, so that right there is like, gosh, it's like a buffet, like a good buffet. There's different things to eat off this buffet.
Facts. It's like, and now you like, damn, should I get the duck and the lamb chop?
Yep.
Should I get the duck, lamb chop, and steak?
Yep.
There's so many options.
Yep.
Okay.
But what's cool is when you start to know which one to use, you're now at a Brazilian steakhouse with your card flipped over to green.
Okay, so, how was working with AI daily changed the way your brain processes problems? And it's not exactly like not what AI does, but how has it changed how you think?
So, perfect question. Actually, this happens daily. Instead of saying, okay, let me figure out how to do this, I just tell AI, hey, what is the best process to do this? So, my immediately trying to ask myself how to, let me go research what to do. Oh, you're lazy. Nah, I put in my time. If I have a way to figure it out, I'm gonna figure it out. I put in my time. I did my dues. if there's a way to, like, I'm just gonna use that tool. Lazy or not.
Just gonna do it.
Yeah. And then while you're still trying to figure it out, I'll be done. Bye-bye.
Now I'm sitting down watching TV.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to get into like 2-3 more questions, and then we're going to wrap it.
Okay.
So we're about to get a little bit more deeper into the AI a little bit.
Okay.
So on a spiritual level,
Mm-hmm.
not religious necessarily, but at the level of purpose and calling, what does AI mean for why you are here? And has it clarified that or complicated it?
So, if God gives you a gift, He gives it to you for a reason. And once He gives it to you, you best believe share it. Just like if you have the good news, share it. That's actually the foundation of why I do what I do. There's people that talk about AI to talk about the bells and whistles, to make money, blah, 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 blah. And then there's people that's like, you use this, you get back this time. You use that, you get back this. That's it, right? That's just how I've always operated. People also ask me, like, for example, I just named probably 4 different software. I hope y'all go Google it and look it up or whatnot. Other people are like, why are you giving out the game? Have them log in or come into your session. But, bruh, if they need extra help on something, they know how to holler at me. But if they got everything they need,
They good.
I did what I was supposed to do.
I mess with you on that. I like that because I got I'm the same way because like I'll be honest, I hate when people gatekeep stuff. I really do. And for those who want to gatekeep, keep doing you. You'll get, I guess, wherever far you want to get. But I'm all about authenticity and also about being real, but also being genuine.
Yep.
And so like I want to make sure as well that whoever I give game to information to, I want to make sure, yes, I do agree they should utilize it. Now, does that mean, hey, I'm going to tell that to any and every single person? No, because there's people who just hear, but they're never going to apply to action. Yes. There's people that are going to apply to action. But the ones you know that is going to apply to action, they deserve it. And like you said, if they say, hey, I do need more help, then by all means, you know where to get me at. If you pay for my services, and then we'll go from there.
Yep.
Because my whole thing is, I want to create something to where they don't necessarily need me, but they have access to me if they need to, optionally. And then once they're good, if they want to carry on about their business, they can. I did my purpose. I served.
And I'll tell you this. There's been times where the Holy Spirit told me, don't charge them. I use this as a prime example. The last event that I did for Lori, it just told me, like, hey, just do it, and you'll receive your return somewhere else in life. I did my talk like any other talk. Even if she tried to hand me a check, I'll rip it up. A week, 2-3 weeks later, a floodgate of people just needed either my assistance, wanted to book me for an event, X, Y, and Z. I'll end this with this statement.
Okay.
Where you put your seed in, if you wait, a harvest will come.
I love that.
Right?
Love that.
So, that's it.
Man. Well, Sony, I appreciate you being on the podcast today, bro.
No, this was fire. I love having talks like this. You speak my lingo.
Hey, there's not many people I can talk to. We can just talk AI stuff and just geek out on.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
No.
Not everybody. It's like, so it's good to, come across, meet somebody else like, oh, we can actually talk about these things. Yeah. And that person know what I'm talking about. He know what I'm talking about.
And talk about it in a way that if they don't have our background, they can still understand. I'll say this last, that's the main reason why I'm going to sit in this little field for a little bit. a lot of people don't understand AI or don't want to touch AI because it's being taught at a level that it's not that people are uneducated or any. It's just like intimidating.
It is.
I have people's grandma using AI.
That should tell you something.
That's it. And it's not, it's like legit stuff. Like, I mean, it's not like job stuff, but like grandma just got a couple extra minutes of time to watch Steve Harvey on Family Feud. Just because, like, it's not complicated. I promise y'all that. You just need the right person in front of you to walk you through it.
And you just follow directions.
That's it.
You follow directions, you good. It's literally, you just got to read the screen sometimes.
That's it.
That's really all it is. It's not, it's like I said, it's really not that hard, but there's people who do make it more difficult, though.
Extremely.
Yes, very. Because even for my friend Pooch, I had to teach him about AI, and I taught him a couple of things. Like, bro, like, let your bot, teach your bot about what you do, who you're connected with, what they do. Then if you're not sure, like, for example, if you want to try to figure out how can y'all work together, have AI give you some ideas of how y'all can work together, and then provide that solution and go from there. 'Cause I'll be honest, they're depending on who I come across, who I talk to. Even sometimes when I do with my mentor, when I have conversations with her or with my other mentor, I record my conversations and I upload the transcript to ChatGPT or whoever, or Claude. So that way they'll know, they're aware of what's currently going on, what I'm working on, and then they also provide me solutions from there as well.
That's it.
It's, like I said, it's really not that hard.
It's not, bro.
It's just, I ain't gonna really say it's time consuming. Once you know what you're doing, after like 1 or 2 times, you good.
Yo, you can talk into your phone now to get what you need. There's a like talk button on chat, on Claude, on Gemini. So
easy stuff. Oh, I'll give them one last gem. I'm gonna give y'all one last gem. So for those who like to talk and stuff and rather talk than type, I recommend getting a Whisper. Whisper is free. So you can get Whisper on your computer. I think they got it for your phones now. They got it for mobile phones. And so a Whisper, it will allow you to pretty much talk. Speak your regular way. Because even if you stutter on something or whatever, it's actually going to automate it and fix it up for you to where it's clean. And then you can then use that when you go into like ChatGPT, Claude, whoever, or other AI tool platform you're using, where you want to create a prompt or something like that. It's very useful. Very useful.
Can we give your viewers one more plug for upcoming event?
Yes.
So this month, well, May came quick.
Right.
May 16th from 3 to 5 at Gather in downtown Richmond. Myself and another amazing speaker, Kalaisha Bryant, we will be doing some trainings. I on AI, and then she'll be doing it on time management. This will be great. Simple $35. I'm gonna be going through like a sit down workshop on 2, maybe 3 different AI tools that you should definitely start using. So once again, May 16th from 3 to 5 p.m.
Nice. And also, if somebody wanted to get in contact with you, how could they get in contact with you?
Yeah, my email is Sony Pierre Studio at gmail.com. You can also look me up on Instagram, which is pierstudio.x.ai.
Okay. And is there any last words you want to tell the audience and stuff before we head out?
Start using AI like Yesterday.
So now.
Yeah.
Not now, but now.
Yeah.
Okay? Or else you might wake up and you might be in a cardboard box by tomorrow night. Just saying.
That's extreme, but possible.
Facts.
Yeah.
It really can be. So you can fuck around and find out if you want. You might don't want to find out, though. I promise you don't want to. But Sony, I appreciate you, brother.
No doubt. We got to do this again.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, man.
Most definitely. I love this. And definitely bigger because I already have ideas.
Yeah.
I already have plenty of ideas.
Yeah, man.
So for those who enjoyed and y'all listen to this far into the episode, I appreciate y'all. Make sure to like, subscribe. Make sure to as well to, drop a review down below. I want to hear y'all thoughts, okay? I want to know what y'all got going on. And also, hey, what topics do y'all want me to talk about? Okay, because I'm very diverse. Okay, I get the guests, we'll get it popping, and we'll get it going. Okay, so listen, make sure to like, subscribe, make sure to follow if you haven't followed already at Growth Unscripted podcast on Instagram, and also for anybody who's listening in, if you want to be a guest on my podcast, you already can connect to my website as well. It's gonna be down below. And other than that, y'all take care. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.